What's going on, everyone? It's Marsellis back with another video. Today, we got to talk about something that is shaking up the crypto market. So, the whole crypto industry is going to be going crazy when this happens. There's a lot going on right now. So, definitely hit the like button and subscribe before we get to this. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, none of this is financial advice. Leave a comment in the comment section, but let's get straight to this. So, first things first, you can see Bitcoin is down 3% in the last 24 hours, all that good stuff. You can see all this. We'll go over this afterwards. But the main thing we got to talk about is what's going on inside of Asia with crypto. And this is all of Asia. Like, this isn't just here. But first of all, this is huge. Lightning Kong Vietnam, organized by Pay and Bitcoin VN, is Asia's first Bitcoin and Lightning conference. So Asia's first Bitcoin conference is here. Its first Bitcoin and Lightning conference is now here inside of Vietnam. So that's pretty interesting to see. And I think this is about to be a change in things where we're about to start seeing a lot of different crypto projects and founders and developers just going out to Asia because they're more lenient with crypto. They're more, they're more allowing of what crypto has to offer than the West. So you're going to see a lot of people starting to go over here to these Asian countries. So this is pretty big, but let's go over this. So Da Nang, Vietnam, the beautiful city of Da Nang, Vietnam, which has been dubbed Bitcoin Beach Vietnam. And if you guys do not know what Da Nang, Vietnam is, we're about to go over here and fly to Da Nang, Vietnam. This place has 1.1 million, I almost said holders, 1.1 million people living here inside Da Nang, Vietnam. Vietnam is a pretty big country. You can see here, it's pretty widespread. So we got Hanoi all the way up here, but then you have Da Nang here. And this is where the Bitcoin conference is supposedly going to be. And as you can see here, beautiful beaches, beautiful mountains, beautiful city. I mean, this is exactly what you want for a Bitcoin safe haven. So they're going to be having like, just imagine being out here doing a Bitcoin conference out here inside of this place. So this is definitely going to be pretty cool to see. I wish I could join that. It's going to be, the conference is going to be from March 22nd to March 24th in 2023. I don't know how it goes with people joining. I don't know where the tickets are or anything like that. But I think that this is a good choice for people who really want to, hone in on the Bitcoin of Asia. So I think it'll be pretty cool to see that. As you all know, I also have a travel channel, Marsellis Travels. I will be visiting Vietnam, and I wish I could visit there for this Bitcoin conference, but it's at such a short distance. I need at least a few months to prepare to get out there. But anyways, this is pretty cool now that we have Bitcoin being used out here, and now that we have this conference for them. And here is a close up of what they got going on out there. This beach, lots of people on the beach out there inside of Hanoi, Vietnam. So this is pretty cool to see. But moving on from this, I just kind of wanted to show what it looks like out there, so then people know, like, what's going on out there. And I think there's really there's a really big opportunity here for people who want to develop and they want to become a developer out in Asia. That's pretty much what this is about. The development for crypto out in Asia is about to take off. So let's just be honest here. But let's keep going over this. So the beautiful city of Da Nang, Vietnam, which some have dubbed the Bitcoin Beach Vietnam, will play host to Asia's first Bitcoin and Lightning Network conference in the region. So, Pay, Bitcoin VN, and Nunchuk, who are all Vietnam-based Bitcoin-only companies, are excited to share what is happening in Asia as it relates to Bitcoin projects, Bitcoin communities, and Lightning adoption across the world. So this is purely for Bitcoin here. The conference will take place March 22nd through 2024, and March 22nd, 2020. March 22nd through the 24th of 2023 at the beautiful beachside Furama Resort. So it's going to be here at this Furama Resort. Is going to be inside of Da Nang, Vietnam. So that's pretty cool to see. And you can see here Furama Resort Da Nang. This is the actual resort if you want to see it. And if you want to see where it is on the map, here it is on the map. So that's going to be pretty cool. The fact that they got it here right on the beach. So shout out to the people who are going to be attending that. I want to attend it very badly, but I don't know if I'll be able to make it out there for this. But to the people that do, shout out to you all. This is going to be a good event. It's inside of a good area. You can see here the particular area here. I mean, this is a nice looking resort. So they're going to have it's going to be an A1 resort. Let's just say that. You're going to have the Bitcoin millionaires there just chilling at this resort. But let's keep going over this. So It says down here, founder and CEO Albert of Neutronapay, who is Vietnamese and Canadian, has this to say. He said, I'm thrilled to announce our company is leading the charge for the Bitcoin Lightning Network in Southeast Asia. Our vision is to showcase the region's growth and potential. So they just want to show the growth and potential of Bitcoin out in Southeast Asia and Asia in general. So this is also huge because not only this, so we have another big thing also. So this is huge. China is giving Hong Kong behind the scenes approval to become a crypto hub. I almost said a crypto honk. But anyways, a crypto hub. It's pretty much going to be the the go-to inside of Asia for crypto. So I think this is going to be pretty big. And yeah, Hong Kong now has to go to approve crypto here. And for anyone that's wondering, if you're wondering like, what do you mean Hong Kong, China? Hong Kong is China, blah blah blah. Like Hong Kong, it technically is an administrative region of China, but it's not necessarily China. But it is a administrative region of China. So it's like they do own Hong Kong, but it's not necessarily China. Just like whenever you look over here, the United States does own Puerto Rico. The United States does own like the U.S. Virgin Islands, but that's not the United States. That's part of the United States of America, but it is not the United States. So that's also the same thing when you look over here with Hong Kong. Hong Kong is a part of the Republic of China here, but Hong Kong is not China. It is owned by China though. But yeah, this is pretty big because this is going to be very very huge for us. Over here it says authorities in Hong Kong have been actively pushing to develop the country's blockchain ecosystem ever since it was first revealed last October that the special administrative region of China was considering the legalization of crypto trading for retail traders. Now, it says over here, last week rumors began to circulate that the government of Hong Kong was preparing crypto legislation to be enacted this year. And Monday, the SFC launched a public consultation on the requirements for operators. So they're going to be giving those requirements out, and they're like, look, we're going to have a new licensing regime, and it's going to be taking place June 1st. But there's going to be some requirements for the people who want to be approved for this. So there's going to be some requirements here and regulations. But the fact that they're now legalizing crypto for Hong Kong is huge, and I think the whole of China is probably going to benefit of this as well. Now it says over here, one of the major questions in the minds of investors as all this unfolds is how China would respond to these developments. The crypto ecosystem got the answer to that question on Tuesday, as Bloomberg reported that signs have begun to emerge that Beijing has given behind the scenes backing for Hong Kong's blockchain. So this is cool. It says, according to people familiar with the matter who declined to be identified, representatives from China's Malaysian office and other officials have been regularly attendees at Hong Kong's crypto gatherings over the past month. So actual China officials from Beijing have actually been going to Hong Kong for these gatherings behind the scenes. So I think this is about to be something that's actually happening. So this is going to be really big. Also, there's a lot of other stuff happening. Like you can see here, Japan launches a CBDC testing program in April. So we got some big stuff going on for crypto inside of Japan as well. So it's not just Vietnam, it's not just Hong Kong, China, it's not just all these other places. Like we're now starting to get Asia adopting crypto, and that's really big for the crypto industry because China has the most people inside of the world. Like China has the highest population, so this is pretty big. And look, Japan is now trying to catch up with China, so this is pretty cool as well. So exchanges flee from Japan, as they're saying. The Japanese government recently approved a bill according to which cryptocurrency issuers will no longer have to pay 30% corporate tax on their holders. Despite the less strict rules, some leading trading venues such as Kraken and Coinbase said they will exit the local ecosystem. So even though, 30% of that corporate tax, like people aren't going to pay that anymore, but you still have some people trying to leave probably because certain regulations. As you can see here, the former pointed out the unfavorable conditions in the Japanese market and the decline of cryptocurrency industry as primary reasons. And then the Coinbase also said Coinbase followed suit shortly after, citing similar factors. Local users had until February 16th to withdraw their funds from the platform. So, some places are trying to get out of places like Japan. I know India had their problems in crypto as well. China had their problems. But I think Asia in general is opening up to crypto as a whole. So I think this is going to be good for Asia in general. And this also leads to another thing, it leads to everything else in the crypto market. What about the other cryptos? What about optimism? Optimism's going crazy. What about, Ethereum? Because we know optimism is only optimizing Ethereum because that's what it really stands for. But this is huge because Bitcoin, the Bitcoin conference out inside of Vietnam, that's big, and everyone already knows Bitcoin's the top dog. But I think more people are gonna really start getting in on Bitcoin and other cryptos as well. But yeah, inside the coming videos, I'm gonna be making more videos about Bitcoin in general. I think Bitcoin is very, very underrated. Like I think when it's like when it's 100% approved in all countries, Bitcoin's gonna go up. Like a lot of places are gonna realize this is digital gold. There's only 19.3 million circulating, and only 20 million, 21 million will ever be able to circulate. And when you think about it, imagine if all economies get in on Bitcoin. Like if all economies get in on Bitcoin, you could imagine we our market cap could be multiple trillions. We already did 1.7 trillion market cap in Bitcoin, right? We already did huge market caps in Bitcoin. But if every single economy was in on Bitcoin and there was no restriction to Bitcoin, and like everybody was able to buy it, all the richest people in the world were getting it, people in China, oligarchs in Russia, we got people all over the place, rich millionaires, billionaires everywhere, companies, corporations, BlackRock is getting in on Bitcoin right now as well. If all these large corporations and millionaires and billionaires were getting in on Bitcoin, we would have to think, where would this bring Bitcoin? If you would just look, like some people are saying 1.5 million Bitcoin by like someone said 10 million Bitcoin by 2030, right? And someone said it by 2025, like 1 million Bitcoin, $1 million Bitcoin. Like that would be crazy. But just if we were to only go up to 100,000 Bitcoin, that's still only 1.9 trillion market cap. Mind you, we reached 1.7 trillion in market cap on Bitcoin. Let me show you something. Bitcoin got all the way up here to $69,000, right? So if Bitcoin got to $69,000, we're going to calculate how much was Bitcoin's market cap at that area. So in order to calculate that, we're going to have to go ahead and take the Bitcoin, right? And then we're also going to have the Bitcoin's price at the all-time high, which was $69,000. And then we're just going to have to multiply that by our current circulating supply. So as you can see here, Bitcoin, well, that's obviously not right. But if you look at it though, Bitcoin was obviously doing major numbers, like boom, 1.3 trillion. Like that's huge. $1.3 trillion for Bitcoin all the way up there at its peak. I thought it was 1.7, but it was for the whole overall crypto market. The whole overall crypto market was at 1.7 trillion at one point in time. But Bitcoin here in particular was at 1.3 trillion at one point in time at $69,000. Now, I like to put things at a macro, right? I like to look at things from the macro. So I like to say a lot of people are saying 1 million Bitcoin, Kathy Wood. A lot of people are saying this. As you can see here, 19.3 trillion at $1 million. So Bitcoin would be worth $19.3 trillion. How much is so what you want to do is look up how much is global GDP. So if you look at global GDP, you're going to see the global GDP is $96.51 trillion. So pretty much this is the money that is circulating inside of the world. So this is pretty interesting. And inside the world, our global GDP, this is obviously 2021, 96.51 trillion. But mind you, we've printed a lot since then. So this is probably more like 100 trillion now. So like if there's 100 trillion of global GDP, how much could Bitcoin possibly get to if there's 100 trillion total? So 19.3 trillion would be $1 million Bitcoin. If all nations get in on Bitcoin, we know it could go up to 19 million. Especially if the richest of the richest get in on Bitcoin, right? So there's just a lot of stuff going on, right? And this is huge, 19.3 trillion. If Bitcoin could get up to 1 million Bitcoin, like 1 million per Bitcoin, we could possibly see a $19.3 trillion market cap Bitcoin, bringing Bitcoin up to a $1 million. So if you hypothetically own 1 million Bitcoin or one Bitcoin right now, like 2025, 2026, who knows when we're going to get a million Bitcoin, maybe 2030. But if we're going to get to 1 million Bitcoin by 2030, you get one Bitcoin now, that will be $1 million in 2030. So that is the huge possibilities of Bitcoin. And then don't even get me started on the people that have millions of Bitcoin. Like the people with millions of Bitcoin, they're the ones who are winning the most. Actually, if we were going to go ahead and we were look at the richest Bitcoin wallets, Let's just look at what Binance themselves would have. Like Binance, you don't even want to know what Binance would have. Like this is how much Bitcoin Binance is holding on to: 248,000 Bitcoin. Like this is just crazy because if Binance holds till 2030, which obviously they will, they're Binance. I mean, why would they not hold till 2030? But that would be $248 billion inside of Binance for Bitcoin. Mind you, inside of this one Binance wallet, there's multiple Binance wallets, by the way. In this one Binance wallet, there is $5.7 billion. This one Binance wallet will be worth $248 billion if they hold it till 2030. So there's a huge possibility that Bitcoin could reach $1 million by 2030. And it definitely has to do with China and Asia in general. Asia in general is increasing with Bitcoin. China has the most people in the world. So you already can see how this is definitely going to rise even more as people start to, agree with Bitcoin and start to allow it in their economies. Now, this is pretty much all I got for you all today. Definitely hit the like button and subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this financial advice. As always, I'll be back with another video.